Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 13th of December 2023. This day is celebrated as the Day of Fast, National Cocoa Day, National Violin Day. From the history point of view, in 2001 attack on India Parliament, the Indian Parliament, the Sansad was attacked by terrorists. 15 people, including the terrorists, were killed during the attack. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that Morning Digest, United Nations General Assembly votes overwhelming for humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza. Lok Sabha clears bills for women's quota in Jammu and Kashmir, Pondicherry assemblies, and more. Delegates applaud after looking at the voting results during the meeting of the United Nations General Assembly on ceasefire resolution. Amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and the Palestinian Islamist group Hamas in New York City, United States on December 12, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that Egypt's Sisi crosses towards victory in subdued election. Egyptians cast their ballots on December 12 on the third and final day of presidential election, expected to give President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi a sweeping victory and a new 6-year term in the absence of real competition. Results are expected on December 18. An Egyptian man walks next to the banner of the presidential candidate and current Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi at the new administrative capital east of Cairo, Egypt on December 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that Biden warns Netanyahu risks losing support for Hamas war. Mr. Netanyahu, meanwhile, said there was a disagreement with Biden over how a post-conflict Gaza would be governed, reflecting a rare rift after weeks in which the United States leader has strongly backed Israel. United States President Joe Biden warned Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu of losing global support for its war against Hamas because indiscriminate bombing of Gaza. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that Supreme Court verdict on Article 370 abrogation, Leh Kargil divided over a verdict, united over Ladakh's statehood demand. On Tuesday, apex body of Ladakh, ABL, a coalition of social, religious and political bodies from Ladakh, Leh side, has issued a statement welcoming the court's decision as a strong step in the direction strengthening national integration. The Kargil region, however, remained skeptical, particularly over the question of Ladakh's statehood. The Supreme Court held the constitutional order that revoked Article 370 as valid. Indian Express also states that C. Raja Mohan writes a chance for India to permanently and external meddling in Kashmir. Domestic legal closure on the question of India's full sovereignty over the Kashmir does not automatically change international attitudes. It depends above all on constructing a sustainable new political compact in Kashmir. The international environment has never been as favorable to India as it is today in building a new Kashmir, right? C. Raja Mohan. Indian Express also states that pact elusive aim deep divisions over the fossil fuel phase out. Saudi Arabia led us fight to keep it out, gets support from India and China. Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the Sweden's Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson, President of Mozambique Filipe Jagto Nyusi, and European Council President Charles Michel at a high-level event on Green Credits program during the conference of Party 28 in United Arab Emirates. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that understanding the significant changes in 3 criminal law bills. Union Home Minister Amit Shah speaks in the Lok Sabha on Tuesday. The Union government on Tuesday proposed to expand the definition of terrorist act or the penal law by bringing within its fold threats to economic security and monetary stability of the country, while not including a parliament's recommendation to include a gender-neutral provision criminalizing adultery and clause to separately criminalize non-consensual gay sex. Hindustan Times also states that the conference of party flop. Diluted promises threaten to blunt climate action. Climate talks at the Conference of Party 28 summit in Dubai were likely to run into overtime on Tuesday after the draft global stock take text late on Monday night angered groups of developed countries, European Union and Island nations, that insisted on a commitment for rapid phase out of all fossil fuels. This year, Conference of Party 28 negotiations signaled a hardening of stance by countries with the various climate ambitions and compulsions. Hence, the Times also states that mercury stays below 7 degrees Celsius for a second day in Delhi pollution level worsen. The minimum temperature in Delhi stayed below 7 degrees Celsius for the second straight day on Tuesday as persistently cold winds swept through the capital and kept the city chiller than normal. Indian Meteorological Department officials say the cold northwesterly winds will persist for the next 3 days, with the minimum temperature expected to hover around 6-7 degrees Celsius in this time. Going towards the business of the country from the economy point of view, Serum Institute CEO Adar Poonawalla buys London mansion report. According to the Financial Times, the Poonawalla family has agreed a deal for the 25,000 square foot Mayfair mansion near the Hyde Park named Aberconway House in the what is expected to be most expensive house sale of the year for the United Kingdom capital. Serum Institute of India SII CEO Adar Poonawalla has acquired a sprawling mansion in the heart of London worth around GBP 138 million, according to the United Kingdom media report on Tuesday. Serum Institute CEO Adar Poonawalla. Retail inflation rises to 3-month high of 5.55% in November. Retail inflation was 5.88% in November last year. Retail inflation inched up to 3-month high of 5.55% in November, driven by higher food prices. According to the official data released on Tuesday, the Reserve Bank of India has been tasked by the government to ensure retail inflation remains at 4% with a margin of 2% on either side. Food prices drive November inflation to 3-month high, October IIP at a 16-month peak. The CBI alleges that a conspiracy was hatched from 2011 to 2016 between HDIL promoters, Yes Bank officials and others, in which the bank sanctioned and disbursed 6 term loans of Rs 200.30 crore to HDIL. Vegetable inflation shot up to 17.7% in November, against 2.7% in the previous month. Went towards the world news, including India votes in favor of United Nations General Assembly draft resolution demanding immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Pact deals show aim deep divisions over the fossil fuel phase out. Netanyahu says Israel and the United States differ about post-war Gaza rule. Palestinian minister accuses Israel of starving Gazans. Israel calls charge obscene. Canada man faces 40 murder charges after illegally helping people kill themselves. M16 chief thanks Russian state television for its help in encouraging Russians to spy for the United Kingdom. Going to the science and technology, Delhi bus commuters will soon be able to book tickets on WhatsApp. Similar to Delhi Metro's digital ticketing resolution, commuters in Delhi will soon be able to avoid long queues and book bus tickets on WhatsApp. The new feature will be help avoid people stand in long queues and make the journey hassle-free. From the artificial intelligence point of view, Healthify, now powered by General Artificial Intelligence, partners with Swiggy to promote healthy food habits. The new Healthify app can now identify over 1 million types of food. Tushar Vashihat, CEO and co-founder of Healthify. Harvard scholar says she was pushed out due to pressure from Facebook. John Donovan, accused Harvard University of bowing down to pressure from Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan 07 pledged $500 million to Harvard University as Artificial Intelligence Institute. John Dolan, then research director of the Shorenstein Center on Media, Politics and Public Policy, speaks remotely during a hearing of the Senate Judiciary Subcommittee on Privacy, Technology and the Law on Capitol Hill, April 27, 2021 in Washington. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Rabindranath Tagore, whose birth anniversary is 7 May 1861 up to 8 August 1941, was an Indian polymath who was active as a poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, educationist, and a painter during the age of Bengal Renaissance. He reshaped the Bengali literature and music as well as the Indian art with the contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th century. Author of profoundly sensitive, fresh, and beautiful poetry of Gitanjali, he became in 1913 the first non-European and the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Tagore's poetic songs were vivid as spiritual and mercurial, where his elegant prose and magical poetry were widely popular in the East Indian subcontinent. He was fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society, referred to as the Bard of the Bengal. Tagore was known by the sobriquets Gurudev, Kobi Guru, and Biswa Kobi. At last, he says a famous quotation says that we read the world wrong and say that it deceives us. Okay, thank you.